thanks to Annabelle. And it's a gorgeous day for what should be some scintillating tennis here. Two mouth-watering semi-finals. I'm Simon Reed alongside Fru McMillan to take you through this. Feels like a really big occasion, doesn't it, Fru?
Right. It is. I mean, it's a semi-final of a major. And the expectation, of course, perhaps this year, Djokovic to win the major that has eluded him. How can the upstart Gulbis do? He's played some fantastic tennis as Gulbis. Can he live up to the expectations that his family and his friends have of him? It's a huge stage, a huge day, and a phenomenal day weather-wise. They couldn't have asked for anything more.
Anyway, you want to call it? Heads. And it's heads. Your call. You serve, stay, okay.
So Gulbis is showing how confident he is, because mostly when you win the toss of the coin, you receive. He's going to go straight in and serve.
Yeah, well, he believes that's his best shot, and why not start using it? But of course, there is always that chance that you can lose that opening service game, which in many ways is naturally a false start. On the other hand, if you lose it early, it does give you a chance of breaking back in the match. But surely, this is D-Day. Surely it's Djokovic's day.
So much depends on how Gulbis handles this. 25 years of age, but in many ways younger than that. He, as you may have heard earlier, calls himself one of the young guns, and there's a feeling that he is. Ranked 17 in the world, but he'll go top 10 even if he loses this match. So that's a huge achievement and a measure of what he's done here this past fortnight. If he wins, he goes 9 in the world. He's on a 9-match winning streak, having won in Nice. He also won in Marseille earlier this year. He loves France. And his confidence could not be higher. Looking to win 3 straight matches versus top 10 players at the same event for the first time of his life. Beat, of course, Federer and Berdych. Life couldn't be better for him at the moment.
It couldn't, no. Some say, you know, he doesn't play his best against the best players. I've always had the feeling that it's not a case of disrespect on his part. It's just that he feels he's a big actor on a big stage, and when it is a big stage, he can beat the top players. So I'm convinced that Gulbis goes onto court feeling, he's beaten Djokovic once before, but lost 4 times. But I'm convinced, as you can see there, I'm convinced that he goes onto court here today feeling he can win.
Strange win in the first round against Lucas Cabot. He really struggled there. Then he beat the Argentine qualifier Bagnis. Radek Stepanek was pretty straightforward. Then the Federer match, the win of his life. And then the quarterfinal, backing it up against Berdych, and he won it comprehensively.
He did. There was a little bit of luck for him, because Federer should have had 2 sets to love. That might well have been the end of Gulbis's start here at the French. But Federer missed a pretty easy smash to give himself 2 sets to love, and Gulbis has taken mean advantage.
And Djokovic on a 10-match winning streak. Bidding for his 13th Grand Slam final. His semi-finals in Grand Slams, he's won 12 of 21. Winner of 3 titles this year in Indian Wells, Miami and Rome. Withdrew from Madrid because of the wrist injury. And comes here with those 5 wins on a 10-match winning streak. And of course, the biggest stat of all is that Roland Garros is the only slam he hasn't won. Looking to become the 8th man in history to complete a full set of Grand Slams. It was so near last year for him.
It was. Yes, touching the net at a crucial stage against Nadal. I think it was 4-2 in the 5th set. We're all pretty sure he would have won had he not touched the net. This is his opportunity. He's been my favourite really since the word go.
So wins against João Sousa of Portugal, Jeremy Chardy of France, Marin Cilic dropped a set there, Joe Wilfried Tsonga, he put him firmly in his place, and then Milos Raonic, who's probably a good test for him, in that Raonic's got that huge serve, which is mirrored by Gulbis today.
Absolutely, yes, that is a good preparation. The average ranking of the players that Djokovic has beaten has been 27, and the average ranking of the players that Gulbis has beaten has been 52. But when you beat Federer and Berdych, you think highly of yourself.
We're going to take a break. He'll be back for the start right after this commercial break.
En perdant face à Novak Djokovic. Il était 2013, 2012 et 2013, Wimbledon en 2011 et l'US Open en 2011. 19 Masters.
So this is it.
3 finales du Masters. 21 finales dont
The gallery's filling up, although as you can see in the corporate areas, they've still got some work to do, but every ticket sold here, it's a hot ticket too. It's a hot day. Temperature is reckoned to go up to around 28, 29 at some point during the match today. It's rising all the time, and it's going to be pretty hot tomorrow. A super match, of course, in prospect here. Head-to-head, Djokovic leads 4-1, and he's tended to win pretty easily. But this is the new Gulbis for him.
This is a man who's obviously built up a huge bit of confidence in himself with his title victories this year, but more especially with his passage through to the semi-final. When you beat Federer and Berdych in consecutive matches, let alone Stepanek before that, you have built up, well, more than a molehill of confidence, let's face it.
Demi-finale des internationaux de France 2014 et portugais Monsieur Carlos Ramos.
There's confirmation of the run-through. Nadal, Murray, of course, will be live here on British Eurosport later on. But this should be some match to start. Gulbis' first Grand Slam semi-final. Djokovic is 22nd. He's won 12 of the 21 so far. Confirmation that temperature, they're saying, going up to 28. I've heard 29, even 30. Suddenly a huge heat wave in Europe. And a buzz of expectation. We know what we're going to get from Djokovic. We're not quite sure what we're going to get from Gulbis.
Well, we hope we get the best from him. If he does win through here and gets to the final, it'll be probably the worst-looking forehand, in my opinion, that's ever reached the final of the French. It's the worst-looking forehand that's got into the semi-final. It's still an effective shot, but it's not pretty.
Well, Ernest Gulbis is going to find out a lot today. He's always thought of himself as a top player. He thought being a top player was easy. He probably thought he was better than he was. Today, he's going to find out just how good he really is. And it's Gulbis who will begin.
Ready. Play.
.217.
Gulbis.
More balance.
15-30.
Wow. Yeah, the return not good enough from Djokovic. So with serve so far. And you know where the other came. Misfiring a little. Well played.
Djokovic.
Really disappointing end to that game from Gulbis. First man through to the quarterfinal, first man through to the semi-final. Latvia have 5 men in the top 1,000, but the second highest is Anders Juska, who's ranked 665. But there may come a time when he'll play to the forehand more.
Well, one would hope so.
So Gulbis has break point to save now. Well, he's not exactly learning, is he? Djokovic, no wonder he shakes his head. How on earth he missed that?
And again, going cross-court. In the general rule is you play those down the line unless there's an opening and the opponent is following the general rule.
Avantage Djokovic.
Yeah, better work with the forehand there. And listen to the ovation from the crowd.
Problem is the big serve hasn't arrived.
Again, the forehand lets him down.
Another forehand missed.
When they posed for pictures at the start of the match, Gulbis quickly put his arm around Djokovic, and likewise from the serve, but they haven't always been close friends. They've known each other a long time. Gulbis' quote about Djokovic: used to know him well, but he's changed. So It's a very consistent record since. And that forehand is a pain in the backside right now for Gulbis. Again, it seemed unmissable. He hasn't hit his straps yet. Here's new balls for the serve.
He needs a forehander.
Well, presumably he'd had something to say with the way the things are strung. But a very easy service game for Djokovic. Oh, a masterful shot there from Djokovic.
No, bit of struggle on his service games, but that was mainly his own fault. Down love 30 in his first, 15-40 in his second.
That's a really good approach shot. Yeah, apparently he breaks around 60 rackets a year. Looked all right. Is it? Yeah, it is. Djokovic giving it a second look.
Thought the umpire called it out.
I thought he had. He's not prone. He's not averse to the odd mistake, is Carlos Ramos. And I think he made a mistake there. And maybe Gulbis will like Djokovic a little bit more after that. Extraordinary decision from the umpire.
Avantage Djokovic.
Set point. Oh, fantastic. Just brilliant from Djokovic. What a way to take the set after 41 minutes.
15-0.
Well, Djokovic started the second set as he ended the first with a bit of wizardry.
Kanza. 30-15. Djokovic. Quinze 0.
Family, the third richest in Latvia. Which is not counting for a lot right now. Yes, Dad is a variety of interests. Multi. Not that time.
Gulbis. Quinze 0.
No one was quite sure what he'd come up with next. But he's trying to make himself interesting. He said of the top four.
Djokovic.
You can only really say I've got a spaceship once. Blaring out. It's interesting. On the court side they have the temperature.
Here.
30-15.
And given that it's the foundation, very much the foundation of his game. Gets the appreciation of his opponent.
Gulbis.
Whatever you can do. You said it for it. Good serve from the Serb.
30.
Just a little gung-ho there.
30.
But again, he has been disappointing. He breaks some serve in the second set. One was enough for Djokovic in the first.
$15-0. 15.
That's been his most successful serve, the one out wide from the deuce court. .213 down the middle.
40-15.
Oh.
Gulbis.
Looks like a character out of the Musketeers, doesn't it?
3 jeux partants.
That's
To try and break the Djokovic serve.
$15-0. $30-0. $40-0. Djokovic.
fierce.
It's the first objective.
He needs that shot to work.
0-30.
It is out, and again Gulbis wins this little mini battle of the cross courts.
Djokovic just 2.
And that flies in the face of logic, really, but it's what's happened.
Yeah.
30-40. Djokovic.
Almost reckless, that attempt at just a massive return. Only won the 3 points in the Djokovic serve in this set.
Gaza.
Fourth round.
Flat. Premier service.
But he's in cruise control.
40-15.
Yes, arms outstretched from Djokovic's. Why would he play a shot like that? Well, so far he's not played the big points well, but that was a terrific reply. See how high it got. But he just can't rely on that forehand.
Avantage Djokovic.
One more forehand error, and Djokovic cruises to the second set. Can you see any way back through?
There are all sorts of commemorations, aren't there? In
15-30.
This is so way short of his best. Like an arrow to its mark.
40-30.
Well, maybe his walk off the court and just that extra time.
40-15. 40-30.
We need more of that from the big Latvian.
Oops.
Well, that was totally unexpected. Right on the line. That's why Djokovic has won 6 slams. Oh, again it was set up for it.
Djokovic. $15-0.
Yeah, Djokovic forcing him off balance. Yes, doesn't play as well on the stretch as the great Novak. Serve is so important to Gulbis. And he was coming in after that.
Gulbis's.
Kazan. $30-15.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I guess it's
Djokovic.
Very frustrating.
what was he doing?
Came up to me and said, "You have to watch this young player," and I did. And it was Gulbis, who seemed a real talent.
30-15.
Oh, Well, of course, Djokovic will go across court. Must have just got the line. I thought it was just outside it, but Djokovic taking no prisoners.
32-0. 42-0.
Oh, well done. Slamming the door shut. Again, he's played the big points so much better than his opponent.
Now, does he look to try and swing it to the forehand on the second serve? He doesn't often do that.
Well played. Now then, the biggest point of the match. Crowd loved it. No.
Avantage Djokovic.
crowd enjoyed it a lot more than Djokovic. They so want this match to come alive even more.
It's almost a bit of relaxation from Djokovic, perhaps the easiest, and just trying to get a little too much angle. Maybe just long.
No.
That is rare. Surely he has to win it.
Djokovic.
Sure enough.
Let. Premier service. Gulbis. 0-15.
Again, Djokovic going cross court with the drop shot. Oh, yes. Sumptuous effort there from Gulbis. Again, he looks up at the sun, getting blinded by it. Made it! And maybe the match changes there. Yeah. Yes, rather telegraphed.
He almost hits inside some of those serves, which makes it even heavier if you do happen to get to them as a returner.
Do you see the pendulum moving through?
Well, it obviously has been adjusted somewhat. Can he keep up this phenomenal backhand display, Gulbis? A little unlikely.
Djokovic so much more comfortable serving this end. Remember the last time he served this end, he got 4 aces. Is that backhand again?
Really of good serving, but mainly fantastic backhands.
Kaza.
Again, the backhand okay, the forehand far from okay. Gulbis looking a lot more relaxed. The showman in him is coming out now. Again, twinge in the back, it seems. The directors picked that up, and then there was a look at Gunter Berdych as if he really was in a bit of pain. Doesn't call for the trainer, though. Oh yeah, sensational little drop volley. Even though the bombs are coming down the line. First serve percentage points won from Gulbis on the first serve, 82. Djokovic's first serve percentage dropping, particularly because of that last service game. Gulbis serving this end.
Kaza.
There again, look at the punishing himself on the back here.
But still, Djokovic goes to the backhand.
Djokovic mène 2-0.
Very is he looking for excuses?
Djokovic back to sunny side up end.
Yeah, it seems like he's always serving that end.
Zero 15.
Berdych scored as well. Well, of course it goes across. He always does. And again, it
Fails to do it on the forehand. It's a giveaway.
well, the serve was fine there, and his racket is distinctly second hand. He'll get a warning for that. Novak Djokovic absolutely disgusted with himself. He thought for a moment and then let rip, and he has had a warning. Didn't seem too much of a problem.
Well, I thought Djokovic's reaction was way over the top. And of course, it's sucker to his opponent who's been feeling his back. I would think Djokovic is unaware of that.
30-0.
Well, Djokovic does not play well at all. He's got to get his act together here.
Played enough tennis around the world to be able to deal at times with the sun. He's just giving.
That's certainly.
$15-0. Djokovic. $15-0. $30-0. Gulbis.
The cap doesn't really give him much shade as he looks up.
15-1.
And surely, even if that was the initial tactic, well, as I said, they played 5 times, but not since 2011.
40-15.
Maybe it's forgotten.
Djokovic. Changement de balle. Balle neuve.
So Djokovic. Real swordsmanship appreciated here.
15-0. Zéro.
Doesn't seem to have been feeling his back as much as he was earlier, because he's in a happier position.
Djokovic.
It's interesting, it has got breezier, and the wind got Gulbis all caught up there.
Zéro. Je cette match, Djokovic.